live. Yeah, we going live. Hey, we going live. Yeah, we going live. Yeah, we going. Yeah, we going. Yeah, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line. Hey.
All right. On to the real. Now, you told me about this story.
Yeah, this is funny.
And usually when we do On to the Real, the person that we are spotlighting is someone who has transitioned from sport.
Right.
But Madison Bumgarner, who is a pitcher for the Arizona Diamondbacks, is currently pitching. He's currently on the team.
World Series MVP.
Yes.
Let's put that out there.
Right.
I need that part to be in there. So.
Yeah. So, Madison Bumgarner.
Yeah, this is cool to me. Of course, anybody who knows me knows I love horses. So, not necessarily a fan of this particular sport. Just yet. I'm expanding my brain, so I want to go to one to see. But he's a rodeo. He competes in rodeos.
Wow.
Which I find fascinating because I'm thinking you're a professional athlete. They didn't put a clause in your contract to make you not, because that seems like it's terribly dangerous.
Yeah, super dangerous. I don't know. I don't know.
Like really now, he actually last December he was a part of a rodeo team, a roping team that like won. So apparently they're pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good. He said he's been doing this since he was like 12. I think he's been in rodeos since he was like 12. So and for me, the reason I said let's spotlight it is because it's so crazy that it's just something so off the wall opposite.
Right. It's like he's a pitcher and he rodeos in his free time.
How do you figure out? I mean, but since he was doing it before baseball, I'm sure.
Right.
But
I'm sure he probably put that in his contract. Like, hey, that's what I've been doing.
So
this.
They probably put it in your contract too.
Right.
Like, listen, if something happens and you out there in one of them bulls, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but I just thought it was fascinating. I love the whole idea of pursuing what you love, no matter how crazy it sounds to people. Pursuing what you love, and and then the fact that you can do it well is a plus.
Right.
So, and you're still on top of your game.
Right. Still at the top. Yeah. Still one of the top pitchers.
So
in MLB.
I'm like, okay, Madison, I see you, bro.
Yeah.
I want to see now. I want to go find some video, some tape, some footage of you.
Right, of him, right.
You being in the rodeo, because most of the time, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of those rodeo guys are kind of buff. Like they're not little lanky dude. You know what I mean? Buffed up.
Not like him.
It's like, okay. Yeah. So I gotta go find some
footage of it.
Some footage of this so I can see for myself.
Oh man.
Yeah, but I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Madison Bumgarner for
go do
having something that you were passionate about before you even played baseball. It might be a thing of, not saying that he isn't passionate about baseball.
No.
But it might be a thing of baseball was just something I was good at. And I get to do that, make money from it, and still get to be involved in my real passion. So,
and I think there's so many. And I'll just say this real quick. I know we got to go. Some athletes, that is, if they would admit and be honest with themselves, that would probably be the case. They know things that they have passions for and love of, but they know that this thing that I can do well can get me what I need.
Right.
And so they make the choice to go that way, but the problem is they put down the passion.
Well, and it's funny too. I think that was kind of our point in talking about Darren Collison last week.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put down the platform. You know what I'm saying?
God gave
when
you a gift, bro. Use it.
right, the platform can be the elevation of the passion, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Bumgarner probably would have. I mean, he probably could have done rodeo, but he probably would have been at like a mediocre or amateur status. But the fact that you could probably afford to pay to have people help you train to be
right.
a big rodeo rider. So,
Yes.
hello, I'm just
Right.
saying. Like, all right, feel good. Final thought.
Yes. Now, we both saw this, but you were the one who brought it up. And as soon as you brought it up, I was like, yes, this is it. This is the feel good final thought.
Yeah.
And what game was it? Was it the Ole Miss game?
Mm-hmm.
Ole Miss basketball game. And we
Yep.
know they do crazy things at all of these halftimes for basketball. Right. They had this 84 years young
Yes, that's right.
lady
Yes.
tried to make a putt in a very small hole from one end of the basketball court to the other.
94 feet? Is that what they said it was?
94 feet.
Yep.
And she sunk it.
Funk that thing. You hear me?
Form was good and everything. And you guys may not know this.
That ball was so straight.
Yes.
That putt was amazing. I was like, wait a minute. Did that just happen? That just happened? It happened, right?
Yes. It went right. Look.
And she won a car. Hello.
Yes. Now, I don't know if grandma should still be driving, but I'm sorry.
She looked pretty young though.
She did. She didn't look like no
84-year-old
She
woman.
didn't look like an 84-year-old woman. She was jazzy. That's why I said 84 years young at first, because she was jazzy. She
was fly. Like,
Look, and I should be quiet because I played on the golf team in high school. I don't think I could sink a putt like that.
Oh, see? Okay. Hello. Yeah. Oh, I was impressed. I was thoroughly impressed with her, and I just loved it. I thought it was awesome.
Me too.
Again, it made me smile. So I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Feel good final thought.
I had to thank you for choosing this one.
Probably like, Grandma. Look at the car.
Can I borrow that car?
You need me to drive you around somewhere? Yeah.
Man.
So that was a good one.
Yeah, I'm glad you chose that one because I saw that and thought it was cool, but didn't even think about it for feel good final thought.
No, absolutely. I told you that's my barometer. I was smiling. I was like, okay, this is cool. And the reaction from the people, like even some of the players, was clapping.
Yeah.
So they was like, oh my God.
Like, she really sunk this one.
She really sunk that. That's a hole in one.
Yeah.
It was good. So, all right.
We at the end of another one.
Yeah.
Yo, I want to say we thank you guys every week because we do this for the love. We appreciate everybody that listens, but Stephanie and I would continue talking sports if nobody listened. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much.
But the fact that you guys do listen is certainly a plus. We certainly appreciate it. And just to see the rise in the numbers of people listening, we just thank you for everybody that we talk to about the podcast. Everyone who listens consistently, and those of you who just listening for the first time, we just thank you so much because we don't do this for money. You know what I'm saying? We just do this for the love of the things that we're passionate about. And so we're going to continue to thank you guys. We're going to continue to encourage you to interact with us on social media. So it's at Feel to the Real on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to us via email, it's feeltothereal@gmail.com. And if you want to see us on our podcast, go to our YouTube page, Feel to the Real. You got anything you want to add?
No, I'm just happy that we get to do this. That's it. I'm happy that we get. It's funny. Somebody asked me today. I'm telling her all the things that I do with Feel to the Real New Breed Works. My job, all of the stuff that I do. She was like,
Yeah.
what does Stephanie do for Stephanie?
Yeah.
And I said, the podcast.
You said what?
The podcast.
Podcast.
This is my outlet. Like,
Oh man.
this is what I enjoy. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell people. Like,
And this is how I know that this podcast is going to be huge at some point in the not so distant future.
Yeah.
When I told you the idea about podcasting, you were like, huh?
Right.
You were like, I don't know about that.
You want me to talk? Because I'm like,
Right.
you hear my awful voice. I have such an awful voice. I'm like, no, but
I know it's gonna be good. So we sat there right there. What was that? Dunkin' Donuts?
donuts. Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts talking about the podcast. And sure enough, a whole year and some change later, we've been 51 episodes in.
Right.
So I thank you for being open, and being willing to try it, because
hey.
now you love it.
Thank you for even trusting me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
thank you for trusting me with this, because most men look at me and be like, whatever, she don't know what she's talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no! The first time you start talking about sports, I was like, oh, she no.
So, I thank you for that too, because that's always a barrier for women.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it, and I touch and agree. If you want me to say anything else, I touch and agree that not so in the near future this podcast is going to blow up.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And we will.
You heard
get
that,
paid.
Lord.
Hello.
Right. You heard that, Lord. Getting paid for something you do for free.
Yes. That's what it's about, though.
Yes.
That's when you know it's a passion. So
Yes.
We love y'all. Thank y'all. Yeah.
Peace.
Now put the cameras on me, 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 put the cameras on me.